No question about it. Summer's here, and it is going to be so hot today.
Hot and steamy.
So let's talk about ways to stay hydrated so you don't end up passing out on the side of the road.
We don't want that to happen.
Let's avoid that at all
Especially
costs.
if you're running, Kenny, right?
Right, I know. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to stay hydrated.
Yes, it is. So the key is to think about how much water and fluid you really need.
Right.
So you have 3-liter bottles here, 3 1-liters.
And is this how much we're supposed to be drinking?
This is for a man to drink.
Okay.
So for a woman, it'd actually be 2 of those.
Okay.
So that includes anything that's non-caffeinated. So milk, juice, smoothies, even things that you eat that would melt down into liquid, like watermelon.
Right.
That all counts too. So you want to make sure that you get enough. And this is just on a standard day. This is not if you're working out.
Hot day.
This isn't if you're working outside. So if you're working outside, you need to be drinking a lot more. So that's really important.
This is a lot.
That is a lot. And one thing that you can help think of, though, when you're taking a gulp as an adult, that's equivalent to 1 ounce.
Oh, okay.
So to try and stay hydrated, trying to drink 8 ounces every hour at least. So
Count those
8 gulps. Yep.
Okay.
Very easy way to stay on top of that.
And it's not only this that we can be drinking.
Not only this. So we've got some other really good ideas. So sparkling ice is a really hot beverage right now. And it's perfect because it doesn't have any calories, but it's sparkling, so it just means it has some carbonation and has a lot of great flavor. No sugar or anything like that at all in it. And it's really refreshing, and that's kind of the key with fluid. You want to make sure it's refreshing and helps cool you down. Another thing that you can do is the coconut water.
Okay.
And so that is actually something that is very hydrating because it has electrolytes in it, kind of like your sports drinks do, but naturally from the coconut.
And then compared to a different sort of vitamin water, what's the benefit of the coconut?
Because it has potassium and things like that in it to help you rehydrate.
Okay.
Yep, and a little bit of sodium too.
Got it.
And then another thing would be tea. And especially if it's a non-caffeinated tea, it will help you rehydrate.
You might want to put that food or the beverage down because now we're going to talk about your urine. And the way to tell if you need to drink a little bit more fluid.
Yes, is looking at it.
Just look at it.
So if it starts to look this color.
This is not good.
Apple juice or tea color, that really means your urine is concentrated and you need to drink a lot of fluid at that point.
You're going to show us some ways to make smoothies that will be beneficial for our hydration.
Yes, and a mudslide smoothie is the first one.
Sounds good.
And when you start your breakfast or you start your day really well with breakfast, you actually set the tone for the day. You tend to eat a little healthier. So start it with a really refreshing, hydrating smoothie. So this is a really easy one to make, and it's going to be containing chocolate, which is always a good thing,
never
right?
bad.
So it starts with some chocolate milk. We got about a cup of chocolate milk in here. And you're going to get some great calcium from that. It's also got a 1/4 cup of roasted unsalted almonds. So if you drink the entire glass, you actually get about 15 grams of protein, which will keep you full. Yep, and it'll be pretty hydrating, as you can see how much you got there. This is chocolate syrup.
Okay.
So about 2 tablespoons of that into your, even though you've got chocolate milk, you need a little extra chocolate, right?
That never hurts.
And then some ice. We got about a 1/2 cup of ice there, and a banana. Just like that. And what you want to do is actually pulse it enough so that almonds actually almost liquefy.
Got it.
Because you don't want to have those little pieces in your teeth.
Of almond, yeah.
Yes. So just kind of let that run for a couple minutes, and then you've got this really delicious mudslide smoothie. This one you could even add a little bit of alcohol to if you wanted to.
You can make it
a little more adult.
Either of these you could.
I'm not going to say, though, that alcohol is hydrating.
Yeah, that's
or
actually going to be the
dehydrating.
opposite. Okay.
But it is an option for people that want to do that. So this one is Fiesta Freeze, and it's going to start out with a 1.5 cups of fresh strawberries.
All right.
So you've got those. And then you've got some fresh lime juice, so about 1 tablespoon of that. And then we've got a cup of ice. And then the only other thing is actually something called the Bolthouse Farms Sea Boost. So it's actually like a fruit smoothie. It's pureed fruit.
Oh.
So it adds your liquid, and it also adds some fruit in there too.
That's great.
And this is going to be somewhat sweet and maybe slightly tart. So if you want it a little bit sweeter, just put a little bit of agave nectar in it. So maybe a teaspoon and a half of that. And there you go. You could, do it longer too if you wanted to crush it down a little bit more.
Right.
But this one would also be appropriate for alcoholic drinks if you wanted to have that as a base as well.
Great ideas.
But very refreshing and hydrating.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
These sweet sips, what'd you call them?
Summer sips.
Summer sips, sweet sips, summer sips. Your choice. All this information on our website, kaaltv.com. Just look for Fresh and Simple.